Good morning, everybody. I want to talk about something that I consider to be very important when it comes to retirement, and that is a frame of mind and an understanding of what retirement is. And the misconception that's out there is that retirement is an age. In other words, you retire when you get to a specific age, and that's it. And that's a really bad way to look at retirement. It's actually kind of sad. And let me explain the alternative, is that retirement is not an age at all. Retirement is a financial number. Now, I'm going to go into more detail and explain this to you, but before I do that, I want to give credit to the person that taught this to me. This gentleman's name is Chris Hogan. He's an amazing financial coach, motivational speaker, and author. He recently just wrote his first book called Retire Inspired. It's an amazing read. I've read it a couple times already, and I think it's only been out 3 months. But I would definitely suggest you check it out. Great book. But getting back to the point, uh, retirement is not an age at all. Retirement is a financial number. So, for instance, just to give you an example to explain exactly what I mean, let's say that you're 20. At 20 years old, you start investing, and by the time you're 40, 45 years old, you have a $1 million nest egg. Okay? So on $1 million, if we can all agree to assume that the market returns an average of 10% over every 15, 20-year cycle, which is pretty average, uh, then $1 million per year is going to return without ever even touching, just an interest, without ever even touching the principal value of the investment, is going to return around $100,000. Could you live on $100,000 a year? I know I could. And so at that point, you have the opportunity to retire. So we say 45, that's really young. Well, see, that's the blessing of looking at your retirement instead of as an age. You look at it as a financial number. Think of the motivation that it'll feed when you start thinking about the fact that you can retire earlier than 60 opposed to waiting till 60 to retire. I know it gets me going in the morning. I've got independent investment accounts. I plan on retiring early. So I guess all I'm trying to get across is I want you to start looking at retirement differently. Some of you don't even believe you'll ever retire. That does not have to be the case. Not only can you retire, you can retire early, you can retire and enjoy the dreams that you've always had. Um, and I want you to enjoy those dreams earlier than later. I don't want you to wait till 60. If you can do those at 40, that's fantastic. That's why it's so important that we get started now. The earlier we get started with saving for retirement, the earlier we get to enjoy those dreams that we have. So, moral of the story today is I just want you to stop looking at retirement as an age. Start thinking of it as a financial number. And so what I'm going to advise, I mentioned Chris Hogan earlier. Chris Hogan has a website. It's called chrishogan360.com. And he's got on that page, it's an RIQ tool, okay? And it stands for Retirement IQ. And what it does, it allows you to pop in a few figures and it kind of gives you what you'll need to invest. Basically, it's going to ask you a few criteria. It's going to ask you um, how much money you need per month in retirement, how much you already have invested, um, and a few other things. And what it's going to basically do is tell you what your goal number will be, okay, and how much you need to save between now and the amount of years that you want to retire in for you to actually meet that financial number. And it'll start laying out a roadmap for you, and you can start planning now for what you're going to be able to do in 15, 20 years from now. And so you can start aiming at a target at retiring early. So, more of the story, guys, is retirement is not an age, it's a financial number. The sooner you can convince yourself of that, the more motivated you'll be, and the sooner you'll jump on things to get started. So, I hope this has helped you guys. If you have any comments or questions or remarks, just uh, feel free to leave them in the comment section. And everybody have a good day.